edrychwch allan am eich gilydd.
Try to stay positive.
A little message or a little phone call can go a long way.
Don't keep your feelings to yourself.
Cefnogi ein gilydd.
Try and stick to your daily routine, even if you're at home.
Try to stay active.
Keep yourself occupied with things you enjoy doing at home.
Eat well and stay hydrated.
Keep talking to your teammates.
Because together,
We are stronger.
Gorau chwarae.
Cyd chwarae.
Whoever goes out there on Friday night, hopefully has that experience to draw on, that those feelings of doing well in the past. And like I say, there's no way we're going to go through every game in the group with the same starting 11, because the game's over such a long period of time. And whoever plays and whoever's on the bench, whoever comes on, it is massively needed. And if you don't start or come on Friday, you might be needed on Monday. If you don't do that on Monday, you might be needed in a few months. So it's a case of we need a squad, and the more players with experience we can get, the better.
Since they met up and had all the injuries, it's Wayne Hennessy in goal, Chris Gunter a right wing back, James Chester of Hull City, Ashley Williams the captain, and Ben Davis, his former Swansea teammate, and Neil Taylor playing at left wing back. The midfield, Joe Ledley, Andy King and Johnny Williams. Gareth Bale, the superstar, will play just in behind Simon Church. Bosnia have also had to make changes since their shock 2-1 defeat at home to Cyprus in their opener. They have Asmir Begovic of Stoke City in goal, and then across the back it's Mensur Mujoza, Anel Hadjic, Toni Sonic, Senan Lulic. Then in midfield, Tino Susic, Mohamed Bezic, the Everton midfield player, Haris Menjonin completes the midfield, and then their real powerhouse, Pirlan Pjanic, the Roma playmaker, will play in behind Vedad Ibisevic and Edin Dzeko of Manchester City, the country's top scorer with 37 goals. Ibisevic has 24 goals.
Yeah, it's nice always to start off the campaign with 3 points on the board. I know we all use that word momentum, but that's what we've got to try and aim for. And to pick up 3 points to start, it does give us a bit of a boost, and hopefully we can kick on and pick up a few more points in the next couple of games.
So it's Wales to kick off, playing from left to right. 12 years since they last won the opening two qualifiers in a competitive competition. It's Wales who kick off. Can they build on the hope and expectation and really take a grip on this group in a pivotal encounter, as Chester, making his first home appearance as a Wales player, moves around left to Gareth Bale. It's inside the Bosnia half. Johnny Williams picks it up, and a little nudge on Chester brings a Wales free kick. The referee is Vladislav Bezborodov of Russia. Free kick taken quickly. Found Chris Gunter on the right-hand side, near the corner flag. Can he get a cross in? He pulls it back to Andy King of Leicester City. Gunter of Reading again. Charges towards the byline. Tries to win a corner, but it's a goal kick. And
it's a great ball, Rob. Ashley Williams, but I'm afraid that Chris Gunter's got to deliver early. Put the Bosnian defence under pressure. See what they're like early. Deliver it in, but two up top, Gareth Bale and Simon Church. And looks like Joe Ledley's a sitter with Ledley and Williams alongside him.
You're listening to...
This is something you don't see very often, Rob. Goalkeeper kicking it from a goal kick.
Yes,
it's a very, very tall side.
Asmir Begovic looks for Dzeko.
And that's a poor kick.
Nobody's going to get that. It drifts straight out for a Wales throw-in on halfway. Chris Coleman spreads his arms wide, suggesting in the distance to Neil Taylor to pull wide. Gunter receives from Joe Ledley, Crystal Palace player. Just knocks it back a little to Ashley Williams. You're listening to BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra. Wales against Bosnia.
This lad will run into channels all day, Simon Church. He's a bundle of energy. That's one thing he does give you. He gives you 110%. Never stops running. And like I've said before in the past, that sometimes after about 60-70 minutes, when he does come off, the sub has an impact.
2 balls on the pitch at the moment.
That one's for Gareth.
Yes, we've said that before. Poor throw. Johnny Williams picks it up, nudges it forward down this near side. This is all happening on the Bosnian left. Kevin Ratcliffe, the former Wales captain, alongside me. Edin Dzeko of Manchester City gets his first touch, hounded by Andy King. This is all happening, as I say, in the Bosnia half. Chipped out to the right-hand side.
Very tight, I'll tell you, Rob. Tight pitch, they've made it, both teams closing down.
Medellin goes short, picks it up again, just inside his own half, in the orange boots. Bosnia move down the right side, forward to Bezic of Everton.
Just having a look, and it looks like Joe Ledley's looking for Panjic, who's on the ball now.
This is Pjanic of Roma, moves forward, edges it right. Bosnia playing from right to left, all blue shirts. Wales in their all red strip, and the ball given away by the Everton player Bezic.
Just dragged us out a little bit there, Rob, and right winger
Church puts pressure on Sonjic. And the crowd don't like it, but the referee has given a free kick to Bosnia.
Just pushing their own really half. When he's in the air. He's just a little bit off balance there, the centre-back. He's just giving a little nudge.
Bosnia 4 places above Wales in the world rankings. 25th are the Bosnians. Wales 29th. Making really good progress under Chris Coleman as Chester picks up. Touches forward to Gunter. Chester again from King. Turns away from Dzeko.
Nice play. Come out of a tight situation there. It's really good at the moment. Good shape from both sides. Very, very tight. Did expect it.
Ledley is the deepest lying midfield player in the Roy Keane style beard. Oh, poor ball forward from Gunter.
I think that's the case if you're looking for Bale and that's it. You know, you needn't have done that.
Williams,
keep going.
Long raking ball forward, and it's headed out by Hadžić, Anel Hadžić of Sturm Graz. He's normally down as a midfield player, but he's having to play in defence for Bosnia tonight. Wales throw, level with the Bosnian penalty area, right-hand side, 4.5 goalless minutes gone. Bale on the ball now, lifts it over a defender for Gunter. Gunter
gets the cross, and
he's taken it off the ball. King wins the corner though.
Tell you what, Rob, it's got to be a booking. I mean, Chris Gunter's taken out the game here. I'm not too sure who it was, but the referee's let play on. I still think he could have maybe booked the player, because that was a...
It was Hadžić.
This is centre-back. And that would be nice to see if Bale gets a run at him, what he's going to do next then.
This is Johnny Williams of the corner from the right-hand side. Doesn't beat the first man on the 6-yard box, but the ball is hoisted up in the air without a great deal of distance. Ashley Williams, the captain, heads it out to the right-hand side, but it's too strong for Williams. It'll be a Bosnia throw, 5.5 minutes gone goalless.
Good start. Good start, nice and bright, nice and tight. High pressure as well, which is nice to see for a change.
Bosnia, of course, got to the World Cup, lost 2-1 to Argentina, lost to Nigeria and beat Iran.
Tell you what, Chris Gunter's the man here all day long at the moment.
Bale has it at the moment, down the right-hand side, moves inside, 15 yards outside the Bosnia penalty area. Williams evades 2 challenges, gives it to Ledley, finds his former Cardiff teammate Gunter. Gunter kills it, a low cross! Oh, and Bale was almost there, and it was a strong challenge from Sonjic, which knocked it out for a corner. He was about to pull the trigger, Kevin.
Yeah, Sonjic has come across, but I'm afraid Gareth's got to take it with his right foot for a change. He's letting it come across his body a little bit onto his left foot, but it gives the defender a chance to get there. If he takes it with his right foot, defender's got no chance.
Strong start by Wales, goalless, their second corner. Williams floats it in again. Williams,
a better cross.
Ashley Williams that time, header over the bar from the corner of the 6-yard box, but it's promising.
Very promising. Yeah, it's a good start, and that's what you're asking. You're asking for the players to get there, and really put pressure on the opposition. Give the crowd something to shout about. Turned up tonight and at the moment not disappointed, I'm sure.
Vladimir Begovic saying in the week as he takes this goal kick that he's never been beaten by Gareth Bale, never had a goal scored by the Welshman past him. Good clearance, but Ashley Williams wins the header, picked up by Panic. Strong run down that right hand side by
Great play. Neil Taylor, great defending.
Taylor wins it. Williams scurries forward up to halfway, still going. Johnny Williams runs into Susic and Bezic. He's battling for it on halfway. Bezic neatly away from Williams's restraining tackles.
Can they squeeze together? Well done, Simon Church.
Church puts pressure on Sunjic, who knocks it into the midfield. Taylor's the first to react as it ricochets off Ledley. And Gunter will allow that to go off Lulic, the left back from Lazio,
Just
for a Wales throw.
Just a little bit quicker there, Rob, because Simon Church was closing, Andy King was closing, Gunter just held back a little bit.
Church runs across the face of the Bosnian defence, but Sunjic went with him. He plays for Kuban Krasnodar in Russia. It's goalless on Radio Wales and Radio 5 Live Sport Extra. Long ball forward looking for Dzeko, the Bosnian captain. Chester goes with him, and Chester stabs in a foot to win the tackle and concede a throw in near the Welsh corner flag.
Stood up to it well. It was a nice little turn by Dzeko. Outnumbered here, they've got to get across.
Throw taken back to Medianin. Cross comes in from the near side, that's the Bosnia left, cleared away. Picked up by Bezic, pursued by Johnny Williams, and Williams does well on that far touchline.
Well done.
Just steps in, wins the ball, and Bezic holds him up.
Big one tonight for Chris Coleman is when does he make his substitutions? With you pointing out, Rob, that there's not a lot of match time or full 90 minutes in quite a few players, especially Johnny Williams. That 60 minutes maybe. The lad, I think Williams, maybe George Williams, might be an ideal replacement for him.
Church
His hands
as well
on hips
hasn't
at the moment.
played.
He hasn't got his second wind, but he's coming on a sub, the other lad, George Williams, so makes a big difference.
And of course, Kit Simons, Coleman's number 2, knows all about his form at Fulham. Free kick given away by Chester for a foul on Dzeko. And the free kick taken quickly. Wales are a bit slow then, and Hennessy is forced to palm away a Pjanic long-range drive.
I think
it was taken quickly by Medianin.
I think it did take a deflection along the way.
But nobody picked up Pjanic.
Well, the thing is, you don't think they're going to take a quick free kick because they've got that much height in the side, but they have, and he's picked him out, gone to sleep. I think Joe Ledley's the one that's got to pick him up in the middle of the park. If he goes out wide, then, leave him to one of the wing-backs.
0-0. 10.5 minutes gone. At a pleasingly full Cardiff City Stadium. Header away from the edge of the Welsh box. Picked up by Bezic again. Lulic plays it inside to Mudjanin. Mudjanin wide to this Susic. And Susic wins the corner off Andy King. Bosnia's first.
Yeah, just taking a little bit of control in the midfield area. The sting's gone out of the game, the pace a little bit, and all of a sudden they're starting to find a little bit of space. Hopefully we can condense that space and make it difficult for them again.
Pjanic with the corner from the Bosnia left. They do have height. They play it in now. And it was Ibisevic who was the target. Just clambered away out for a throw-in on the near side, the Bosnia left. They looked for Ibisevic from the throw, but King was wise to that. Played it forward, touched by Gareth Bale. Picks out Church, gives Bale an awful lot to do with the return, and Bezic slides in and back heels it up for a Wales throw on halfway.
Bezic is on there, on Gareth Bale there. And when the ball goes dead and somebody gets the ball from the throw-in, he's looking again to pick him up if he comes deep.
Ben Davis to his former Swansea teammate Ashley Williams, and this is Chester. 3 at the back for Wales with 2 wing-backs, and at the moment Gunter's spending an awful lot of time in the Bosnia half. Chris Coleman will be happy with that. 0-0, 12 minutes gone.
Well, it's the fullback that's actually coming out to pick him up, so he's just making a little bit of space between the fullback and the centre-back on the left-hand side.
Davis picks out a Bale, run inside left position. Bale hits it first time, and it's 2 yards wide. Took it on the run to Gareth Bale. Wasn't a great connection, and sliced it wide.
Well, he's at full stretch, and it's great running off the ball by Simon Church, going short for it, leaving the space in behind. And Bezic can't even stay with him. Like I said, Bezic's trying to stay with him, the midfield player, when he drops deep. But does he want to go the other way? Does he want to go behind his centre-back? Centre-back should be coming across there and dealing with it. But that's what you get when you get a midfield player playing centre-back.
And again, Begovic's goal kick goes straight out.
I'd say it was a great opportunity for Gareth, but he was just overstretched, wasn't he?
He was. But so far, Wales are giving as good as they've got, and they are being positive, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Do you know, it's about as positive as I've ever seen us. You know, the way we've come out the blocks, the way we've started closing. Good signs, positive signs.
Gunter on the ball. This time has to go back to Chester.
I feel Gunter's getting better on the ball as he's getting more and more experienced.
Well, it's his 55th cap tonight.
He's still only young.
And he is still only 25. Chris Coleman saying in the week that he is one of those who could surpass Neville Southall's 92 caps for Wales. Chester on the ball. It's his 3rd cap. Won't be happy with that pass forward. And Bosnia have it midway inside their own half, playing from right to left. Bezic, quite an elegant midfield player, making his way through at Everton at the moment after his move to Goodison. Had his first experience of a Merseyside derby as well. This is Pjanic, lovely touch out to Dzeko. Dzeko inside, run through the middle was by Medinjanin.
Tell you what, Andy King had lost his man then.
Well, he had got through, hadn't he?
Andy King, I mean, it was great reading by Chester, but Andy King, he was just so flat-footed. He lost the midfield player making the run. Nearly got caught out if it wasn't for Chester. And that's what you get, you know, an attacking midfield player asking to play maybe a little bit more withdrawn.
Hennessy launches the free kick to the edge of the Bosnian box. Again, it's headed up in the air by Sonjic. Not too far with the clearance. Taylor heads it down. Williams tries to get there ahead of Dzeko. Ricochets off Dzeko. And Bosnia will start a counter-attack with Medinjanin. Lulic, cross-field to Sonjic. Sonjic wide to that right-hand side. And King steps in as Dzeko was the target again for the pass. Oh, not a great ball forward by Ashley Williams. Johnny Williams tries to make it his. Joe Ledley does. Bale. Oh, lovely nutmeg by Bale through the legs for Gunter. Gunter is just taken out.
Well, it's Hadjic again. He's got to be booked this time. I mean, he's already made a bad foul before on Gunter, but this time he gets booked, and that's a good sign. That is an excellent sign. Great nutmeg by Gareth Bale. I do feel he was a little bit lucky with the nutmeg. I don't think it was meant. I think it meant to go round the side, but nevertheless.
So the first booking goes to Bosnia, Anel Hadjic of Sturm Graz, as the rain comes down at the Cardiff City Stadium on a night of high expectation. And there's always expectation when this man's on the ball. It's a Wales free kick down their right-hand side. It's about 5 yards from the corner of the penalty area.
Tell you what though, Rob, the rain's coming down now. Get that ball to bounce. I'll tell you, it could come off a Bosnian defender's leg.
Well, it's an angle for Bale to have a go, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to see him whip it in low, in towards the keeper, maybe a touch off anything.
One man in the wall, it's Pjanic who's guarding the near post. Bale. One leg of his short's longer than the other. He's showing that left calf. Here we go. Bale hits it. It's across to the far post, it's headed away. Gunter back under Bale again on the right-hand side. Bale curls in a left-footed cross once more, headed away, and Bosnia will look to counter, but Ben Davies steps in, knocks the ball over the top. It's out for a throw-in. Let's go to Phil Steele at the rugby. Phil.
Midway through the first half here, Rob, Munster 3, Scarlets 3, a drop goal by Rhys Priestland and a penalty by JJ Hanrahan for Munster. Scarlets under pressure in the scrum, but doing well elsewhere. 3-3.
Well, that's Phil Steele, part of the Scrum 5 live team on BBC Two Wales at the moment, where you can watch Munster against Scarlets. Here, it's Wales 0, Bosnia 0 on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra, as Williams and Dzeko have their first real antagonistic get-together. And a little tap on the backside by Ashley Williams to Dzeko, saying no hard feelings over that. They rather put their arms in each other's faces. No quarter asked or given. Chester now goes back to his captain, Ashley Williams. 47 caps for him. Drives it forward.
That's going to
down
go
the middle.
through. Straight ball, Ashley Williams. You shouldn't be, you know, man of your experience, you don't need to put straight balls down. Throw to the Bosnian defence, easy to defend from.
He apologises to Chris Gunter, who's made a run down the right-hand side.
It's like Joe Ledley doesn't want to get sucked out of that area in the midfield. He wants to sit there. People
He's
are dropping
the shield,
off.
really, isn't he?
Yeah, the people are dropping off, and he's just letting them go. It's, you know, there's a runner.
I think Taylor saw it that time.
Well,
though.
Ben Davies had got sucked in for no reason whatsoever. That's the problem you've got.
Ball over the top, look at Dzeko, Hennessy. Well, he's as calm as you like. He went to meet Dzeko and he just put his arms up, let the ball go past and out for a goal kick. 19 minutes gone, goalless. Chris Coleman needs a coat, his suit is getting wet.
As long as you don't put an umbrella up, we're all right. He is, isn't he? It's a wetsuit.
It must be. You've got to be cool to wear a suit with all that sort of rain over it, haven't you? But he's got this Wales public going, Chris Coleman, you have to say that. Strange what a win in Andorra will do. Ball is with Davis of Spurs. The go-to man for Spurs in cup competitions, Ben Davis.
Where's Johnny Williams going? He's having too many touches. He just needs to slow down a little bit, know what's around him, get it, give it, move.
Church has made a run across the face of the Bosnian defence, but Wales are happy to hold it in their own half. Maybe a bit of space for Ben Davies. Taylor has triggered a run down the left-hand side. Instead it's Bale, inside left position. Bale runs to the defence, forward to Church, back to Taylor. Taylor crosses, Gunter carves it over the bar, coming in from the right, left-footed. It was slightly high, but you can see why Chris Gunter hasn't scored a Wales goal.
Well, he's in that position, isn't he? It's nice to see he's in that position to have a chance, but I tell you what, the best part about this is the communication between him and Andy King. He's actually shouted for King to let this go. Otherwise, I think Andy King might have been able to get something on it. Maybe not towards goal, but would have took it off Chris Gunter. I'll tell you what, great move, great play. Unfortunate with the finish.
He would have run a mile if he'd scored then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be up that traffic jam somewhere.
Yes.
Knocking on every car door, saying, look, do you know me? I've scored.
Still goalless, but signs of hope for Wales. And they're driving Bosnia back at every attempt. Lulic into midfield, no time there though. But they just have to do this for all the 90 minutes. They forced a mistake there.
Well, they should be going now right away. Joe Ledley's got to squeeze as well, just a touch. Don't worry about the space in between.
And the out ball is across to this near side, where Hadjic, the one player booked already, slides the ball into midfield. Panic, just a touch.
Tell you what,
to Bezic.
They're leading 2v2.
Medanyanin breaks forward, shoots left-footed, blocked by Joe Ledley, bounces out to Lulic of Lazio. Lulic, the left-back, chips it right-footed and straight into the midriff of a crouching Wayne Hennessy. 22 minutes gone, 0-0.
Looking good at the moment. Might have been able to kick that a little bit quicker. He's kicked it.
Big clearance by Hennessy. Terrible mistake by Sonjic. just hung his leg up, and it's ricocheted out to the far side, the Wales left. Church has to go an awful long way back to Ben Davies for support. Oh, Ledley, I don't think, expected that ball.
That just shows you, Rob, that they're a little bit jittery at the back.
Well, they have made changes at the back, and maybe it's showing. Bale now goes on a run down the right-hand side into Gunter. Gunter and Bale again, linking down this right side. Bale drifts past one, tries to go past Bezic. Bezic comes away with the ball, almost run it out, and then hit past the flailing Andy King. Still going Bezic, but Ledley gets back there and knocks the ball out.
That's what Joe Ledley's there. There's your insurance, but a little bit too easy. Gareth Bale giving it away, giving up maybe the ghost in tracking back a little bit. I'm not too sure who he skipped past. Was it Gunter or was it King?
Andy King came flying
just dived in a little bit.
Yeah. It's a good game, Kevin. Good game.
It is a good game.
Justifying a big build-up and a big atmosphere. Mudja inside to Pjanic. Pjanic centre field to Madianin. Susic wide to Lulic. Lulic.
Flood looks a good player on the ball, the 8, Rob.
He does. He's the hardest name to say as well. Typical. Dzeko.
Madin.
There he goes again. It's Medellin. Haris Medellin plays for Deportivo, his 40th cap tonight, 5 goals. That's about the last mention we're going to give to him.
All right. Number 7's not bad.
That's Mohamed Bezic of Everton. You should know him, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Yeah, he's played the last couple of times. He's not sort of set the world on light since he's come. Sitting midfield player. Had a decent World Cup, I think. I think Swansea interested.
I think Swansea City were looking at him in the summer yet. He was one of those linked with the Swans. They're doing nicely, thank you. As their captain, Ashley Williams, doesn't win the ball but does enough to make sure it goes back into Wales possession on halfway. Gunter into King. Ledley, the holding player, gets it back from Johnny Williams. Oh, and then he's given it away to Medellin. Medellin steps past Ledley a second time. They're breaking down that right-hand side. Davis tries to hold it up. Medellin with a shot, and it's blocked on the edge of the box by Williams. Taylor heads it forward, and it just shows you one mistake, and it can be a real problem.
Well, especially when you're that sitting midfield player, the last midfield player, so you can't take chances. You know, sometimes it's the easy way out, just playing nice, simple, square ball or ball back to a defender, but that's why you're there.
Strong challenge by Taylor.
It was high, Rob. It was high. His studs were showing. He's won the ball. But I'm afraid in this day and age, that's a high challenge. I don't think he's actually caught him, but he's making the most of this, and so are the Bosnian players.
Now, what will the referee do about that?
Well, he's let it go at the moment.
Mr. Bezborodov.
He's just rode him a bit, and he's rode it, he's slid, and that's the momentum of his body and his feet. It looks, I tell you what, it looks worse than it does at the end, because he's actually followed through, he's actually got the ball.
Which has probably saved him a caution.
But it's after Rob. I think again about going in for the challenge with him, though.
Probably will. The free kick taken quickly down that right side, midway inside the Wales half. And he's made a miraculous recovery until he drives the ball out for...
I'm just a little bit worried on that left-hand side defending, Rob. You know, you got a young lad in Williams, Ben Davies and Neil Taylor. And the most experienced man is Neil Taylor. I'm just a little bit concerned that we get dragged around a little bit there. Inexperience, maybe.
Chester curls the ball forward for Church under defence. Church wins a second challenge. Loses it though. Dzeko down the Wales right. Good challenge though by Chester again. Gunter up to Bale, who's come short on halfway. Slips it past Bezic.
It's unlucky. It's unlucky.
It's taken off him though.
Well,
by Lulic.
Oh, we got to get across. Ben Davies comes to the
Pjanic,
ball.
long range shot wide.
There we go.
25 yards.
Ben Davies has got to go to the ball. Ashley Williams has got to shout to him, get to the ball. He's not marking anybody. And he's got to do better than that. You know, he drops off. He's got to go to the ball.
And there's a coaching conference going on between Chris Coleman and his assistant Ocean Roberts, and they're pointing to that left side of defence area, and that's twice now.
Well, you've got Johnny Williams in there as a forward-thinking player, Rob, and that's the problem you've got. Yeah, Andy King, forward-thinking player.
So you need Joe Allen.
Look at it. There we go again. We're getting overloaded down that side, and good sides do exploit weak areas in you.
And Bosnia are decent. They've already shown that. They've had 2 shots at goal, both from Pjanic from long range. Williams thought he'd nick the ball off the very same player then.
Well, Pjanic is very clever. He's playing in Italy. He's learning all the tricks of the trade from the Italians. He's bringing it into this international game.
Speaks 5 other languages as well, Kevin, as well as Bosnian, including English. So he's probably understanding the instructions going out. 0-0, 28 minutes gone. BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra at the Cardiff City Stadium. Euro 2016 qualifier between Wales and Bosnia Herzegovina. Bosnia playing from right to left, all blue, and looking fluid going forward. This is Hadjic, darts into the Wales half, leaves it to Bezic. Bezic has to turn away though from Andy King. Gunter comes short on Lulic.
Somebody's got to sit on Bezic. It's got to be either. You've got to let the centre-backs have it for them. Squeeze together. Well, not at all.
Begovic comes out of his area to provide the extra man for Bosnia. We chip it forward to Ibisevic, who turned away from Ledley, but Ledley has scrapped him for it and come away with it in midfield. Out to Gunter, down the near side. Church has space down the right wing. Only Bale in the middle. Church tries to find him. Deflects off the first defender, who's immediately up on his feet. That's Hadjic. And Bosnia will smuggle it away.
Got to say it's a poor cross really in the end, isn't it?
There was only one to aim at though, to be fair. Half an hour mark, goalless.
The problem they've got is very similar to us. Who goes to the right back?
Ibisevic goes onto that right-hand side.
You know, they don't know who to go. They'll sort it out at half-time. Hopefully we do as well. But Chris Gunter is having a lot of the ball because the right back is coming out to deal with him, leaving a lot of space between him and the centre-back. The same's happening on the other side for Bosnia, where their right back is having a lot of fun.
Bosnia throw down the Wales left, lobbed into the penalty area. And it's a steepling header over the bar from Susic.
Too easy. Cross come in, 2 men out there. Williams and Taylor, they don't stop the cross. Ball comes in, free header. You know, there's a couple of warning signs here, and we've got to start dealing with it a little bit better because it's been going on down the left-hand side of the Welsh defence. And Chris needs to sort it out, or the players on the pitch need to sort it out. Need a tactical change, maybe.
They get a family squabble over that header. He's the nephew of the coach. Susic helps when your uncle's in charge. And it remains goalless. Bosnia probably had the better chances, although Gunter put a decent opportunity over the bar from 15 yards.
There's Bezic now on the ball. Go to him quick. Out there, and then that's what happens.
Nicked it away from Ledley and Williams.
I think you're asking Ledley not to do it, and he's gone and done it.
Gunter sweeps in on Lulic. Ricochet favours Lulic, who's up and down the Wales right. Now they switch it to their right, to Bosnia, playing from right to left. Medinyan in, looks to the run at the far post, and Chester has to get back there to stop the ball going to Susic, and it's out for Bosnia's second corner.
Good defending from Chester. He knows where he is. He can't take that chance of letting it go out for a corner. He does ever so well to get a touch on it. Now there's a big area between the goalkeeper and the running of the Bosnian players, and I do feel as somebody's got to fill in that hole, and Simon Church really has got to be on the 6-yard line. He's in the middle of the 6-yard. He's got to be on the 6-yard line at least.
Every Wales player, Bale back, and it's a header towards goal from Ibisevic, and it's straight into the hands of Hennessy.
That for me is elementary. I mean, you've got to fill in that space. I mean, they've hit the space, and Simon Church, look where the ball goes. If he's another yard or two on the 6-yard, but he deals with it.
It was a driven left side corner.
Your keeper's got to tell you as well. Your keeper, where's your captain?
Kevin Ratcliffe, a former Wales captain, here alongside me at the Cardiff City Stadium on Radio Wales and 5Live Sport Extra.
What you've got to realise as a player, when you have set pieces against Rob and you're picking up or you're in space, you adjust accordingly to what happens. And I think sometimes players take it by the rule that I'm in that position there, I don't move from that position. But if it means you're moving a yard or two, you've still got to move a yard or two. You know, things change in a game.
Well, they seem to have quelled Wales's opening salvos, don't they? Oh, Williams.
Great play by Williams, that I tell you what.
That was clever, but he's been driven back,
and
then he's taken out after the ball has gone by Pjanic, and that's a booking for Pjanic.
And that's okay. Keep getting these bookings. As we know, I think, is it Bosnian's next game is against Belgium?
It is, yeah. He's not one of those. They've got Dzeko and Percic on yellow cards. Wales have Joe Allen and Simon Church from their game in Andorra.
So, this don't look too good with Johnny Williams. I was hoping he'd be all right straight away, stay on the field. He'll have to stay off now until the ball comes back in.
He's had his injury problems, hasn't he, Johnny Williams?
I don't like a keeper taking these kicks from here, Rob. You know, no need to. If he slips and...
Well, he's at least 20 yards outside his penalty area on this near touchline, about 3 or 4 yards in from the Wales right-hand touchline. Johnny Esther, as the Welsh fans affectionately call him. Johnny Williams is about to come back on. He's waiting for the OK. Now he gets it as the ball is launched forward by Hennessy. Church is beaten in the air, picked up by the man who was booked, Pjanic, and then given away to Gunter. So he brings Williams into play. Williams, skips past him. Pjanic brings him down again. Second foul in about 30 seconds. Pjanic has just booked, and if he hadn't been yellow carded, that was another yellow, surely, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Great play by Johnny Williams, great feet. And I tell you what, how annoying is it? Because when it happens to you, you get punished. It would have been a bit harsh.
Well, he's treading a very fine line, though, isn't he?
The one thing is, Rob, it was good skill that beat you. You know, that's the only thing I would say.
35 minutes gone.
One thing I noticed last time Gareth Bale took a free kick was the break.
Bale takes it, and it's headed away. Williams is under it, heads it forward. Gunter battles with Pjanic. Hiked away up to halfway, but in comes Ben Davies, and that'll go out for a Bosnia throw in their left-back position. It's goalless inside the last 10 minutes of a pretty entertaining first half.
It is, Rob, for a 0-0, but we look suspect to the breakaway on free kicks. Just like to see a little bit more secure. The one thing is when Gareth takes them in wide positions and further up the pitch, away from the goal, is that he's not really, when he delivers, not really going to think defensively after he's taken it.
What do you do about Pjanic now then, Kevin? He was booked, he fouled again 30 seconds later. You've got to play on him now, haven't you?
Well, you would have thought so, but he's most probably cute enough not to get involved. He's playing a little bit deeper now on Johnny Williams. So the deeper he is, the more he's going to get involved in maybe a little bit of a battle.
In your day, you would have had Barry Holm winding him up, wouldn't you?
We would have had Barry on strapped to him.
Well, you said it, didn't you? 10 against 10, which is what you used to do. With star playmakers like him.
More of a chance against 10.
Long ball forward by Williams. Bale is under this inside right position. Oh, just came off his leg, but it's just touched away to Gunter. Gunter gets to the byline. Can he hold it up and win a throw in? He does. Actually, it looked like their throw. Gunter hasn't wasted time. He's straight into Bale. Bale somehow killed it around the defender, and it went to a blue shirt.
Tell you what, they're getting tight on him. Bezic was really tight on him in the box, you know. That he's got to realise that, you know, I don't think Bezic is the best player to mark him inside the box.
Davis, long ball down the inside left, that time looking for King, but it's over. Oh! Begovic almost let it go out for a corner. He got a hand to it, and then he palmed it by mistake, but he managed to clutch it before it went over the line. Well, time has flown by. 8 minutes to half-time. Goalless. Radio Wales and Radio 5 Live Sport Extra.
14's going to get it now at Suship. You've got to be a little bit better than that.
Poor ball forward by Bezic. Williams seizes on that. That's Johnny Williams. Ledley. White to Taylor. Taylor attacks down that left-hand side.
I'm hoping Taylor can get it as much as the ball as Gunter's got in the second half, because they're going to tighten up down this side. There's no doubt about it against Chris Gunter, because he's having a field day. He's our best attacking player at the moment.
Well, he's free again, even though the ball is on the left-hand side, of course. Taylor with the throw. Gets it back from Ledley. Touches it back to the Crystal Palace player again. Into Bale, who's dropped deep.
Switch.
Bale back to halfway, and Ashley Williams. Davis starts again down the left-hand side into Ledley. Ledley just touches it, runs forward. Bale has made the run inside left. Bezic has gone with him.
Doing well,
Wales
Bezic.
Throw.
He's dealing with him all the time, because the centre-backs don't want to come out.
Johnny Williams gets a bit of space in midfield, darts past one. Oh, he's lost it though. And now the blue shirts start to maraud forward as Pjanic is on the ball. Ben Davies comes out for that. Great vision by Davis to see it.
He can't be giving the ball away. You've got to stop it. Johnny Williams running with it, and then Ben Davies trying to create something when he's done ever so well to intercept that pass.
Did it work well to read it, didn't he? And he was decisive, but poor ball, and Bosnia have it again. A draw is not the end of the world for Wales. We keep saying this. With Cyprus here on Monday, live on Radio Wales Sport. Goalless at the moment. Chester wins the possession. Gunter almost caught in possession.
Done well there, getting his body in front. The hard-working side, the Bosnians. Down the line, go down the line and, you know, get what you can, gain a bit of yards. There's nothing to throw to.
Well, they did reach 13th in the world rankings, and in World Cup qualifiers only Germany scored more away goals. In fact, they got 30 goals in qualifying and only conceded 6 as they got to the World Cup, and they only lost one game, and that was to Slovakia.
There's no surprise there. It's Belgium are winning in Andorra 3-0, and Israel are beating Cyprus, Rob.
So the group may be opening up.
I think it just shows you how much important the win will be.
Israel's first game tonight,
and it looks like it's going to be as if the group, everybody will be taking points off each other.
Well, Cyprus certainly caused a shock on the opening night, winning 2-1 away to Bosnia, and they're hurting. You can see that, the visitors. And to be fair to them, they come looking for a win. They've not sat back at all. They've looked to get forward on every opportunity, as they're doing now with Medinyanin up to the penalty area. Look for Dzeko. Davis just about got it away. Breaks to Johnny Williams on the edge of the box. Picks out Bale. Bale tries to dummy it, but it was well read by Bezic. Bezic moves forward, left-hand side.
Bezic is picking up every opportunity, Rob.
Pjanic tried to thread it through, but it's cut out by Johnny Williams, and then Bezic, hopeless, with a right-footed drive forward, aimless really. Just heard a rugby score from Ireland. Munster 8, I think it was, Scarlet 6. Well, that game is live on BBC Two Wales Scrum 5 Live. Here at the Cardiff City Stadium, we're inside the last 4 minutes of the first half on Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra. and it's goalless.
Just had a little bit of a bang in the back as Gareth Bale's just feeling it a touch.
Gets up for that clearance by Hennessy. Ibisevic turns away from Johnny Williams.
Chester's done well, you know.
Puts
tonight.
the foot in.
Didn't think he had the best of games against Andorra, but he had a lot of the ball. Wasn't really marking.
Lulic, lovely ball up to Ibisevic, and really well played by Andy King to nick it off the foot of Medunjanin.
Just need a touch.
Clearance by Hennessy, headed into the Wales half. Chester of Hull City is there and allows it to go out for a throw on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I like the way that he's handled it tonight, Chester. I mean, obviously the surface in Andorra wasn't great. And I think for defenders it's awful.
Gunter with a throw. Church battles for it. Bezic brings a bit of calm to the proceedings.
Don't foul, don't foul.
Holds off Williams, who doesn't foul. That's Johnny Williams.
Can't go in. Somebody's got to get out to the full-back.
Taylor moves forward to the full-back. Inside to Medunjanin. Church is back there.
I just think Ben Davies can be a little bit more vocal in that area, taking control. You know,
he's
people
also
are running
a free
onto
man,
him.
isn't he? Because Ibisevic and Dzeko appear to be tagging on to Williams, Ashley Williams and Chester.
All he's got to watch is the ball into feet then. Williams has got to come across.
Wales crowd rise as Bosnia hold possession. Dzeko enforced back towards halfway, but the big Manchester City striker will turn. Then across to the right side. Medunjanin. Taylor went forward, but he manages to nip back to get goal side of Mudja, who holds it up on that far side. Inside to Pjanic. Pjanic will fancy a dip, will he? No, he tries to thread it through again. Bosnia player goes down in the box. It was Ibisevic. Nowhere near the ball. He wanted a penalty. He's complaining to the crowd. They won't help him. He also complained to the linesman on the far side, whose flag stayed down. Have to see that one again. Goalless though, inside the last 2 minutes of the first half of Bosnia, looking for a goal to end the half. Wales have dropped their tempo a little.
Overloaded again on the other side, Rob. Defending left-hand side.
Mudja again. Back to Pjanic. Pjanic on that right side. Leaves it to the right back. His cross is ricocheted up in the air. Oh, it turns in the box. And there was a terrific tackle by Chester as Susic tried to pull the trigger. Cross into the penalty area, looking for Ibisevic again. Wales are holding on here. They're under real pressure. It's goalless as we go into the last seconds of the first half.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Just get everybody together. Tighter.
Crowd realise Wales need help as the fourth official is poised with the board to hold up the injury time. Ball into the box again. Dzeko with the flick, and Hennessy was in the right position.
It's a left-hand side once again. You know, Chris Coleman's got to do a little bit of work at half-time to actually stop the play down there. Now you've got to ask, is Neil Taylor not out quick enough, or does he need a little bit more help on that side? They certainly look a little bit lopsided in my mind, that we've got no left-sided midfield player. Naturally, that's Joe Ledley's area, but obviously with him being asked to play in a position just holding.
1 minute of added time, and we've played 10 seconds of that as the ball is played forward and straight through to Hennessy. Nil-nil. What will Chris Coleman think about a goalless first half, Kevin Ratcliffe?
I think he's relatively pleased the way the lads have played, and I'm sure, you know, 80%, maybe 70% of the time, by the book of what he's wanted. Maybe a few more chances, something that he can maybe work on that they haven't done, but certainly got to tighten up that far side. Just like Bosnia, you've got to tighten up this side closest to us on their right-hand side.
Williams,
this is the man that can cause
looks
danger.
to the run of Gunter, and the overhit ball is the signal for the half-time whistle. There's nothing to choose between these two sides. Bosnia Herzegovina have shown their teeth, but Wales have had opportunities too. Neither side could break the deadlock. All to play for in the second half. It's on a knife edge. It's Wales 0, Bosnia Herzegovina 0.
stuff at the top level now is like poetry, but this is real football.
Once upon a time we went outside, rain or shine, dinner time we'd stay inside, only for a short while and go outside by the mountainside. Our playing goals, those trees, they were our goalposts. You said it's mad seeing you here, pushing prams in your park, you don't live near. I am a father, we were just kids, let's reminisce.
We got to say thank you to the ones that actually gave us the tickets in the first place, and we got to say how well they actually did. One of the best days ever.
We were the best of friends and now we're just two young men, and maybe we could just pretend that
I was wondering what to wear and I thought, oh, just look the best and maybe I'll get on telly. So
those trees, they were our goalposts. Now I see you standing there and I can't believe it. And I can't believe it. I thought you'd never ever come back home.
It's about football friendship, and football friendship is amazing, you know. We love the Croatian guys, and the Croatian guys, I think, love us now.
One left home. We were the best of friends and now we're just two young men, and maybe we could just pretend that we are friends.
So as we did the parade through Cardiff down here to the site, I had to keep my sunglasses on because I was so choked up, you know. I think the relief of it finally happening and the excitement that the people were enjoying themselves so much, all the values of the Homeless World Cup sort of came together in that one moment for me. Yeah, it was unforgettable.
I can see you standing there and I can't believe it.
You have certain challenges and goals. This wasn't one of them to reach 100. You just take one game at a time. You never take it for granted. So to get here is a massive honour for me, and I'm just so grateful.
I am a father, we were just kids.
Croeso I Del Chris Cymru.
Goalkeeper, then everyone grew. Who's going to the Euros? We were the best of friends and now we're just two young men.
What did you think of Aaron Ramsey tonight?
it was beautiful, wasn't he?
He was beautiful.
We are friends. 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 We are friends.
Edrychwch allan am eich gilydd.
Try to stay positive.
A little message or a little phone call can go a long way.
Don't keep your feelings to yourself.
Cefnogi ein gilydd.
Try and stick to your daily routine, even if you're at home.
Try to stay active. Keep yourself occupied with things you enjoy doing at home.
Eat well and stay hydrated.
Keep talking to your teammates.
Because together,
We are stronger.
Gorau chwarae.
cyd, chwarae.
No changes at half-time, running through the sides as soon as we get an opportunity, because Bosnia are ready to kick off. The referee, Mr. Bezborodov of Russia, has just had the signal that he's free to go. 0-0 on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra. Actually, it was the wrong signal, I thought. There we are. Those who count have moved away and the game is underway.
I think he just wanted you to pronounce his name.
Yes.
The referee's name, that is. What are the linesmen's names, Rob?
So we'll get to that. Wales are playing from right to left in their all-red strip. Bosnia in the all-blue. As King darts through the midfield, lobs the ball over the top. And it's Muja, the Bosnian right back, who saw plenty of the ball going forward in that first half, plays it forward. Ashley Williams heads it out from the middle of the Welsh defence into the Bosnia half. Bezic helps it back to his back line, then he picks it up over the centre circle, moving left, but King intercepts. And I think there was just a high challenge on King. Chester took the free kick early, and Wales haven't taken much advantage of that. It's back with Wayne Hennessy, who, if he looks to his right, has some 2,000-3,000 Bosnian fans giving full support to their team. Bale beaten in the air, ricochets off Johnny Williams' head. Ledley, bit of head tennis in the midfield, heads it back to Ben Davies, and Davies goes back to Hennessy, who's not a regular in the Crystal Palace first team, of course.
He's just passed the ball to Ashley Williams and then not giving him any information. He could just say to him, turn, let it run. And no information, and Ashley Williams thinks he's going to be put under pressure. He's got his back to play and just plays it back to the keeper. Neil
Taylor of Swansea City darts down the left-hand side, left the ball behind. Williams picks up Johnny Williams. He was alert to that, but Taylor just knocked it out for a throw deep in Bosnia half.
Rob, you've got to keep ball, and that is an easy pass straight to Ledley there, instead of going down the line to Johnny Williams, who doesn't make the run.
Message with collects from the throw. Ashley Williams on halfway, intervenes, clips it forward, looking for Bale in the inside left position. Headed out by Sonia.
Ashley Williams between the two centre-backs, between the centre-back and the full-back on either side.
2 minutes into the second half, goalless. Johnny Williams from the throw, moves in from the left side, across the face of the penalty area, out to Chris Gunter on that right, and he was tackled by Lulic.
Now Johnny Williams, he's got to slow down.
So the Wales side, Hennessy in goal, Gunter, Chester, Williams, Davis, Taylor. That's the five-man backline. Ledley, King and Williams in midfield. Bale is just behind Church.
He's got a late challenge on him there.
Bale was caught then, yeah.
Flicking the ball. Chance for him to whip the ball in, though. But like I said before in the first half, Rob, have a look at this. We're vulnerable to the counter-attack here, because when Gareth puts the ball in, his natural movement is forward and not really.
Well, Chester and Ashley Williams have moved forward.
That's better. Chris Gunter's staying back.
Gunter and Ben Davies. Davies is on halfway. Gunter is behind the ball. And Bale stands over this free kick. The referee paces up the 10 yards. There's one man in the wall. He can come forward a yard. He's about 5 yards from the penalty area. Now Gunter moves to the right-hand side. The Cardiff City Stadium expectant again as Bale shapes up to take this free kick. Hits it left-footed over the bar.
Well, that's a bit ambitious, that, for me. To get it in from that angle, I've seen the keeper, Bevic, as well, sort of, the way he lines up. He does fill the goal. He makes it look small. He's got I know we know he can score tremendous goals, but that's got to be a triple tremendous goal.
That would be a superhuman effort. He's capable of that, though. And he's one goal away from equaling John Charles's total for Wales. He's on 14 goals at the moment. Chris Coleman saying in the week he thought he could surpass Ian Rush's tally of 28. Because he is only 25, Gareth Bale. No luck there, though. Pjanic, who's on a booking, sprays the ball out to that left-hand side. Lulic, the full-back, darts forward. There's an overlap on that left side. Low cross in. Hennessy had to go down to the near post and did ever so well.
Go.
And now they've got the ball out to Bale. Bezic is in pursuit. Bale still going. Bezic slides in, gets the ball. Crowd on a free kick. Bosnian fans in front of us are hailing a super challenge.
Yeah, great challenge. You know, that was a great tackle, just as well as a great save by Wayne Hennessy. I tell you what, all he does is spread his body.
Yeah.
And that's all he can hope for, that it hits him, and it does.
Hennessy, Williams turns away from Bezic in midfield, up to the penalty area, takes a deflection. There was a shot for handball from Kevin Ratcliffe.
Can he not play a reverse pass?
I'm not sure.
You know, Simon Church made a great run across, making space for him.
Lively start of the second half. Bosnia have Begovic in goal.
Don't doze off.
Muja, Hadžić, Sunjic and Lulic are the defenders. Susic, Bezic and Hedjanin, the midfield. Just in front of them, Pjanic, Dzeko and Ibisevic. And they'll be quite happy with the way things are at 0-0, although you have to remember they started off with a home defeat, but Dzeko's pulled in behind the Welsh defence, shoots straight at Wayne Hennessy. The first time the big Manchester City striker has gone away from the Welsh defence.
He's going nowhere really. It's an acute angle, and you know Ashley Williams is, you know, he's shepherded him out there. He's made the goal small, and he's, if anything, he's given him something to shoot at.
Yeah, you don't want to make a habit of that.
No, you don't, but Wayne Hennessy's got it covered. And like you say, you know, when he goes out there, you know, the best chance was the one before. And it's that man you can't say, Rob, in midfield. Majuni. Or Medjugorje.
Hedjanin.
That's him.
Well, if I can't say it...
No, well, I've got no chance, have I? I mean...
Goalless it is. Dzeko again, 30 yards out. Steps past Ben Davies, slides it forward. Little touchback. Dzeko into the penalty area, shoots right-footed, blocked by Chester. It's been a constant companion. And then they try to get too clever. Ben Davies, oh, that was a terrible ball forward, picked up by Hedjanin. Turns Johnny Williams one way, then the other. Helps it out on the left-hand side.
That's okay.
Ibisevic waits in the middle. Taylor heads it up in the air. Oh, Ibisevic. Poor clearance by Taylor. Should have done better. Pjanic plays it back inside. Cleared away by Ashley Williams. Bezic as Bosnia try to turn the screw. 7 minutes into the second half. Bezic on this near touchline, the Bosnian right. Driven away from the penalty area.
Rob, that's the keeper. The keeper's got a shout to Neil Taylor. He's overloaded again.
Here they go again, picking out. Down this right-hand side, it was Muja, and he's knocked the ball out for a corner off Neil Taylor, the Swansea City defender. Here come Bosnia again. 7.5 minutes into the second half, goalless. And the Bosnian bench are going berserk about something. Cross in from Pjanic, header beyond the far post. Ibisevic keeps it in. Still not cleared by Wales. Lulic with a chance to cross. Johnny Williams gets the header. Oh, it may break for Dzeko. Dzeko heads it down. Hennessy palms it away. Was taking no chances, and it's out for a corner again.
Well,
not sure whether he didn't come and get that.
Well,
really.
He hesitates. He maybe thinks that he's not going to get there. It's a little bit deflection. And I'll tell you what, I'll have a look at that again, Rob, because I think he's offside, you know.
Corner from the Bosnian left, curled in, headed out by Chester.
Just getting a little bit too close for my comfort at Bosnia.
And going back to Begovic now. Bale is putting the pressure on, and there are at least 3 offside.
Yeah.
So pressure will be relieved here as James Chester lets it go up for a throw on that far side in front of the Ninian stand, the 2-tier Ninian stand now, of course, and it's brilliant to see most of the seats filled in that far stand.
Well, it is for an international.
Yeah.
I had that for a long time, but you know, going back to that incident when Neil Taylor really added the pressure by heading it instead of letting it go, I mean, that's got to be information from your keeper and other people around you.
Wales were under the cosh then, but they've survived that opening charge by the Dragons of Bosnia.
Somebody's got to be aware of this here. There's a gap there.
Begovic is way out of his goal, chips it forward, right-footed. Ben Davies wins the header into midfield. Bezic cushions it for the right back, Muja.
Muja's having too much of the ball again, Rob. It's not been rectified at half-time at all.
Pjanic midway inside the Wales half. Out to Muja. Dzeko has ambled across. Davies has gone with him.
He can't let him turn. Once he's come that far.
Plays it back across the face of goal. Left-footed shot. Hennessy palms it away again. And that was from Hedjanin.
You're not squeezing up as a team from the back. You know that Joe Ledley's closing. There's nobody behind him closing. You've got to be up a little bit quicker. Under the cosh a little bit here. We've got to gather ourselves, and Chris has got to start thinking.
Got to be resilient. There will be times.
Yeah, would it be in their interest to bring maybe a Robson Carnew on for Simon Church, put Gareth Bale up front, and bring Robson Carnew out here on the left-hand side, and just work the left as an extra player? Because this guy, Mujazu, is it?
Yeah, Mudja.
Yeah, is causing us problems by getting the ball, just like Chris Gunter was in the first half.
Well, Wales have got Dave Edwards of Wolves, Hal Robson-Kanu, David Cottrell, Danny Gabardon, Sam Ricketts, Tom Lawrence of Leicester, Gwion Edwards and of Crawley, Jake Taylor, George Williams of Fulham on the bench.
Here we go, Chris Coleman and Ocean Roberts. Does it tell you this in the coaching manual? That when you're getting overloaded down one side, what do you do? Who do you sacrifice? I'm afraid it's experience that tells you that.
Big decisions to make. Oh, Taylor didn't get there. Mudja went to ground. I'm sure he could have got that, but he's going to get Taylor a booking anyway.
Do you know what? And Taylor stopped. He stopped. He didn't go for it because he thought he wasn't going to get there. And then when he decides to get there, tell you what,
too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, but he's lucky because could have been easily booked in the first half, couldn't he?
Elsewhere in the group, Belgium are starting off with a win. They're 3 up against Andorra. And it's Israel 2, Cyprus 0. Israel make an impression in their first game of the group against a Cyprus team who started the campaign with a 2-1 win in Bosnia last month, the same night that Wales were winning in Andorra. Minson Mudja of Freiburg doesn't look too happy with life, but he's getting a spray on the foot that Taylor caught. Earned a booking. Pjanic just looks behind him, gets a nod from the coach. Time with the free kick, but I think he's going to play it in anyway. Here it is from the left-hand side. Chester was alive to it again. 2 headers, but only as far as Lulic. Lulic hoists the ball back in. Hennessy thought about coming, then stopped, and Taylor ensured Pjanic couldn't get to it. Bit of back chat between Pjanic and Taylor. Well, Pjanic is fluent in English. He's the player I was talking about in the first half, fluent in 5 other languages as well as Bosnian.
Well, is he clever enough to sort of lure Neil Taylor into something? I think that Ben Davies has got to take a little bit more responsibility down this side. He's not used to this position as a left-sided centre-back of a 3. He's just got to realise that he can come across a little.
Oh, Williams.
That's high.
Well,
that
the
is high, referee.
Just turned his back on that.
It's high. It doesn't matter if he gets the ball. He's high.
That was Sonic, the centre-back.
You know, that was proven in the first half with Neil Taylor when he gave a foul. That is high. And he's lucky not to have been.
Well, if he didn't see it, then surely one of his assistants should have seen it. Chris Coleman just explaining to the 4th official what should have happened. And Ledley taking a drink, as is Neil Taylor, who's ready to take this throw. So we played 14 minutes in the second half. It's fair to say the Bosnians have really put the pressure on in this second half, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Yeah, I think it's only what I expected, really, that, you know, in the second half they were going to come out a little bit stronger because technically they've got better players and you can see they can work it. But nothing really's changed too much other than what we've seen. They're still overrunning us down the right-hand side, or their right-hand side, our left. And I just think that maybe Chris needs to make 1 or 2 changes, you know, before it's too late. Don't make them after, make them before. Robson Carnew, yeah, this is an interesting one because Johnny Williams is down. You know, he won't last the full 90 minutes. So will he think maybe George Williams? Will he think Dave Edwards? Will he think Robson Carnew?
Well, it's not looking good because they're getting a stretcher on, and it's Hal Robson Carnew who's been summoned for Wales. Where's that then, Robert? I mean, now, for me, go and play your 2 men up front, but make it Robson-Kanu pulling out to the left. Play Gareth Bale in midfield in a 3, because he may as well, because Besic is picking him up. Make the 2 centre-backs think then, because at the moment we're not testing the 2 centre-backs. So at Simon Church, he's doing as well as he can. He's running them into areas. But we need something else. We need something different. And unfortunately, we haven't got too much on the bench that can actually go and win us the game.
Just watching Gareth Bale crouching down to just see how Johnny Williams is, and talking to the referee as well. Remember, there was no foul for what looked a high leg challenge by Sonic. Williams is walking off gingerly.
Well, could it be his ankle that he injured?
Well, yeah, he's had his problems injury-wise. Well, actually, he's walking off without too much help from Sean Connolly, the physio.
Well, Kit Simons is up in the stand watching this game, so he's getting a good view. He's getting to see what we see.
Now, what do they do about this, Kevin? Does he go off, or do they put Robson-Kanu on? Oh, he's stripped ready, but Ryland Morgan...
Can he do it now?
Ryland Morgan, one of the coaches, is just saying, hold on. Sean Connolly, the physio, is just jogging down the near touchline.
Make the change. Make the change, please.
Well, they're down to 10 men at the moment, as Williams is being asked whether he wants to go back on. I'm sure he'll say yes. Bosnia hoists the ball out of their own penalty area. Taylor heads it forward. Church puts pressure on the full-back. Manages to curl it away, and it goes straight to Sean Connolly, the physio.
I used to see that touch every week.
Yes, when he played for Stockport. Yes. Well, that time it was meant. Bale tries to get past his full-back and wins the corner. Wales is first in this second half.
Do we have any in the first half, Rob?
Yes, 2 in the first half. And Johnny Williams is back on. How Robson-Kanu is going on, he's going to have to wait a while.
I'd put him on now with his height.
Bale with the corner from the left-hand side. It'll be an outswinger.
Well, he's better in there.
Bale takes the corner deep, headed towards goal by Ledley, cleared away. Don't think he was going in anyway. Only as far as Taylor heads it back into the mixer.
Overrun.
And now Bosnia will try to attack.
Got to get that
ball forward.
Bounces.
Davis chests it down.
Take the player, take the foul, take
Ibisevic.
the booking.
And well, Kevin Ratcliffe saying take the player, but they didn't need to. He overhit the ball forward. And now Wales have it, and they're deep in their own left-back position. Taylor plays it up the line, looking for Bale, headed down. Goes past Pjanic, and it's with Ashley Williams, who brings some calm to the proceedings. Then he hoists a long ball forward. What a ball that is to Bale, but he just lets it bounce and it skids off the turf. Belgium are now 4 up against Andorra, and we played 63 minutes here on Radio Wales Sport and 5Live Sport Extra. It's 0-0 between Wales and Bosnia.
Well, when are we getting him on? And they're all talking to him, all wishing him the best. And
Munster 17, Scarlet 6. How Robson-Kanu about to make his entrance. The Reading player on for his 22nd cap. We assume it'll be Johnny Williams, as Gunter struggles down that far side. Ball across the face of the Welsh 6-yard box. Taylor will collect.
Thank you.
Up to Johnny Williams. Well, if he's not fit, he showed good enough pace then. Ball out of defence. Bale heads it down for Ledley. Bypasses Ledley, but King picks it up. Johnny Williams, maybe his last contribution. Dashes down the left-hand side. Now Bale takes on. Bale takes on one man. Curling cross just beyond Church, and out for a corner on the far side, the Wales right. What a cross from Gareth Bale.
Well, I mean, that is a tremendous ball. Absolutely tremendous. Simon Church coming off. He's done his bit. We did say, didn't we? It wouldn't maybe last the full match, a bit like Johnny Williams.
Well, Simon Church has played 65 minutes, the first 65 minutes of action since playing in Andorra on the horrible pitch. Johnny Williams goes across to the far side, and the one thing Hal Robson-Kanu does is just add a bit more height for a corner like this, Kevin Ratcliffe.
He's just added some information to Neil Taylor and Andy King and what system they're going to. It looked like 4.
Williams with a corner from the Wales right, floats it across. Heads go up and it's headed over by Chester. What a hero he would have been on his home debut if he directed that on goal.
I don't know what happened here. I don't know why he's got under this one, because as he jumped early, just got in. Oh, it's actually come past there, Joe Ledley. I think Joe Ledley's gone up with an arm as well. Hindered him. Just can't direct that towards goal.
So this is the third encounter between these two sides. First competitive game. And Wales have yet to beat Bosnia. They drew 2-2 at the Millennium Stadium in 2003. John Harton and Rob Earnshaw, the goal scorers. And then Bosnia won a friendly here, 2-0. Well, actually at Parker Scarlets in Llanelli.
Right, Robson Carnew is playing on the left-hand side.
Williams goes to ground again.
Looks like Gareth Bale up front. Robson Carnew on the left.
Johnny Williams on the right.
Yeah, and it looks like 4, but 5 at the back.
Absolutely key now that Ledley. It was, yeah.
Come on, give him a chance. You know, into his chest at pace. You know, the ball's going to bounce off him. And when it bounces off him, it's a centre-back stream to go tight and get a foot in.
I think Williams committed the foul knowing that, because Bosnia were ready to sweep forward. They are lightning on the counter-attack, as they were done by Cyprus in their opening game.
That's better. Robson Carnew coming out. Neil Taylor having to deal there. So don't foul.
Taylor puts pressure on Pjanic. Both booked in that first so far in this game.
No.
Oh, good turn by Ibisevic. Blocked by Chester. Was that a handball? Yes, says the referee. Bosnia free kick. Danger here.
This is a danger. They've got players here. Take your pick. Deco's not even on it.
No, it's
Pjanic though is on it.
Pjanic is on it. Mudin Janine is on it. Oh, he's got 5 goals, so it surely won't be him. It'll be Pjanic. He's got 9 goals for his country. Scored in the World Cup finals against Iran. Did Miralem Pjanic of Roma.
Well, that's a full 10 yards, that one, isn't it? Right?
It is. So we can tell by the wall. Actually, it's a bit...
I mean, how far
it's 10 Russian yards. 10 metres, maybe. The white line is 6 inches.
Tell you what,
the sprayed line is 6 inches inside the penalty area. Pjanic with this. So it's nearly 30 yards. It's 0-0. This could be decisive, as Bosnia have a free kick in a really dangerous area. Everybody back for Wales. Pjanic hops it over the wall and just past Wayne Hennessy's right-hand post.
Always going wide. Always going wide, this, Rob.
The coolest man in the stadium is Kevin Ratcliffe. Second coolest, Wayne Hennessy.
Well, I don't think he was that cool, because he died for it. But no. Yeah. And Wayne Hennessy died, but he wasn't actually stretching, so that gives me an idea that it wasn't going anywhere near the goal.
Like Neville Southall used to do.
Well, yeah, but his hands behind his back. Okay.
Yeah. 0-0 it remains. Belgium now 5 up on Andorra.
You know what?
Israel 2, Cyprus 0.
At least we've done something positive. We've put 2 wide players on now. I'd like to see George Williams come on, you know, on the right hand side instead of Johnny. I think he's done enough. He's a little bit sort of weary, you know, and we're forcing them back now a little bit better. You know, the fullbacks aren't getting as much space. You know, time will tell if it works or not, but I still think it's a positive move.
Still 21 minutes to go. 0-0. Pjanic on the ball again, just touches it left. Ball inside for Lulic, who's moved infield, leaves it to Pjanic. Dzeko, Pjanic through, but it's blocked by Neil Taylor on the edge of the box. Now Pjanic shadows the runner Taylor, knocks it down the left-hand side. Enough by Sonjic, and surely that went out, did it? Robson Carnew is penalised for a push.
Gareth Bale was waiting for the touch of the centre-back.
Good challenge by Chester, and again takes out Bezic. Bezic goes down. Well, maybe one of his feet were off, and then Ledley gets involved, and then there's scuffling between players. The referee is in the middle of a crowd of players. Chester has been booked, we know that. There could be others to follow here. as
well, you no need
tempers flare.
You've no need to. You've stopped the move. You've won the tackle. Been punished for it when really it's a bit harsh. But you can't get away with these challenges anymore. And especially if somebody goes to the ground and, you know, is not really injured, feigns an injury, rolls about, then gets up and carries on.
Grimace from Mohamed Bezic. He's limping away now. Actually, maybe limping over for... No, he's...
No, I'm having a word with the two captains now about taking control. Oh, he's booking Dzeko.
Oh, he's booking Dzeko.
Not controlling your players.
Ashley Williams, and that means Dzeko misses their game against Belgium next week.
Now, unless he's got Ashley Williams mixed up with Joe Ledley. But I think this is for not keeping the discipline of your players. I think the referee is actually...
who is booked?
Ashley Williams and Dzeko.
Dzeko is really unhappy about this.
Because he
speaks good English, I understood that bit.
Yeah.
He's picked up a few choice words since he's been in England, that's for certain, Edin Dzeko.
Mainly off Brian Kidd, no doubt. One of the coaches at Manchester City, but I mean, strange, I've never seen that before, that maybe two captains get booked for not
they were both involved as well though, Kevin.
Yeah,
Ashley Williams came running out of the defence to get involved. So, tempers flaring.
Yeah, Johnny Williams needs to make way. He's done his bit. He's done okay.
Yeah.
And I just think he's lacking a bit now. I mean, what we're looking at, 71 minutes.
Chris Coleman just studying his bench, just looking who's available.
Well, fresh pair of legs, that's all.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else other than a fresh pair of legs on that right-hand side.
I think George Williams is warming up, isn't he? On this near touchline. Pushing header by Bale for Andy King, who's not really imposed himself on this game, Andy King. He's working hard enough, as are all the Wales players. Header Nyanin breaks forward down the right-hand side, wide to Mudja. Spent an awful lot of time in the Welsh half. The right back. Bezic trying to pull the strings.
Now go tight.
Chips it forward. Davis gets there ahead of Ibisevic.
Referee. Are we going to get any protection here?
Ball comes through to Ashley Williams. Williams knocks it long for Bale.
Fella, anything can happen with this fella.
Sonic has left it to Bale down the left-hand side. He's right by the byline. Can he make something of this? There are plenty of red shirts in the middle. And he wins a throw-in for Wales, deep in Bosnian territory. Belgium 6, Andorra 0. Israel 2, Cyprus 1. They're the other games of the group tonight. Oh, for once Bale, poor ball back. And the Netherlands have equalised against Kazakhstan. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar has made it 1-1 in that group. Kazakhstan were leading at half-time. What a sensation that would have been. Here, it's 0-0. With 17 minutes to go on Radio Wales Sport on 5 Live Sport Extra. Oh, Davis makes a mistake. Ibisevic tries to seize on it, but Ashley Williams gets there first, lays it back to Wayne Hennessy.
It's a poor kick. It's got to come back down this side where there's height. Robson can't.
He looked for Johnny Williams, the smallest player on the pitch.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Wayne Hennessy now is what, 25, 26 easily?
27 now,
27, yeah. So there's experience there. Know your players.
This is his 45th cap, Wayne Hennessy. He could go past Neville Southall as well. Ball into the Wales box. Williams heads it up. That's Ashley Williams, the captain. Having fine form for Swansea as well. Robson Kanu.
Don't foul. Don't foul.
Just chivying Mudja, the right back.
He should have had a foul there.
Ball played forward to Pjanic in behind the Wales midfield. Brings in Lulic down that left-hand side. Lulic onto his right foot. Floats over the cross. Header not even towards goal by Susic of Hajduk Split. And that's well wide and it's still goalless. Let's go to Ireland. Munster against Scarlets. Phil Steele.
Slipping away from the Scarlets, Rob, with 5 minutes to go. They're trailing now 17 points to 6. The scrum's improved in this second half with a new front row on, but they're trailing 17-6 with 5 minutes to go.
Catch the last 5 minutes on BBC Two Wales Scrum 5 Live. Mats Muller-Dali amongst the goal scorers for Norway this evening. Cardiff City player, of course. And at the Cardiff City Stadium, record crowd for this stadium for an international. And Gylfi Sigurdsson of Swansea City has scored for Iceland against Latvia, 1-0 there. 0-0 here, Bosnia throw-in. Playing from left to right, the all-blue strip of the visitors, never lost to Wales. And unbeaten in their last 8 away from 8 internationals on the road, which started with a 2-0 win in Wales. Chris Coleman's first home game. Bale can't find Williams with the ball forward. Susic through the midfield. Gets it back from Pjanic. Susic wide to Lulic. Lulic plays it forward.
Well,
looking for Dzeko, too strong, goal kick.
We've not been a threat down the right-hand side this second half, so the manager's done the job. You know, if anything, Chris should have done what he's done at half-time to nullify this side on Neil Taylor, and I still think we can do better on that right-hand side. We need another threat. We need another threat. Why are we kicking that side? Why are we kicking that side when we've got Robson Carnu on the left?
Well, Gareth Bale is on the right, and the ball appears to be drawn to him, but Robson Carnu's moved over, and he's got the header on.
Of course he'll win the header. He wins, you know, he's something different. Simon Church's not won a header. He comes on.
This is Robson Carnu again, picks up a header out of defence by the none too impressive Sunjic.
Different something.
And wins a free kick now.
Rob, they've not had to defend down this side. Now all of a sudden they've been asked to defend.
Well, this is Gareth Bale territory, although he's more likely to float it in left-footed from this left-hand side.
Well, it looks like George Williams is getting a good talking to from Chris Coleman.
Yeah.
Get changed, you're on.
Here he is, George Williams.
Don't win us the match.
Bale free kick, 10 yards from the left corner of the penalty area. Curls it into the far post. Oh, what a chance for Ashley Williams. He's headed over from no more than 7 yards. Free header. What an opportunity.
Oh, that is a great opportunity. What absolutely fantastic ball in here, by the way. Great delivery. Unfortunately, the finish wasn't the same. Ashley Williams will be gutted if he's not hit the target, if not scored.
They've topped 30,000 the attendance, 30,741 they've just announced. That's a terrific crowd for Wales. Well, they've seen plenty of effort, they've seen plenty of determination, no little skill too, but no breakthrough yet. It's goalless. 12 minutes to go, but really that should have been 1-0.
It should have been 1-0. Just a little bit behind him, he got in there.
Robson Carnu breaks from midfield, still going, powerful runner. Shunted out to the right-hand side. Not seen Chris Gunter forward, but he lays it into Ledley. Taylor's broken down the left. Oh, through to Williams. Begovic comes out of the penalty spot, slides in and collects, and then has a few words with Johnny Williams as he goes past.
I'll tell you what, George Williams making that run inside will get there. Johnny Williams is not the quickest.
No, and he's limping as well.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Williams' game is soon to be up, but the crowd are on there.
It's most likely played 10 minutes too long, Rob. You know, well, there's another match.
Ben Davis went diving in then, and then Chester is...
This is a slip as well, this.
Well, Chester's penalised for, I'm not sure what then.
No, that he's actually jumped into him, or run into him.
Free kick to Bosnia. Meanwhile, Aaron Gunnarsson has scored Iceland's second, so Aaron Gunnarsson of Cardiff City, Gylfi Sigurdsson of Swansea City. 2-0 they lead Latvia, made in Wales, that one. Here in Wales, the Welsh capital, it's 0-0 between Bosnia and Wales, but Wales are facing another free kick, and again it's Pjanic. He had a sighter not too long ago.
The thing is, you're a good 10 yards back, maybe more. Should be easy to get up and over the wall.
This is 30 yards out as Pjanic steps up, hits it! Hennessy has to push it away, diving left, 2 yards off his line.
This is a great save. I don't know if he's tried to catch this. I hope not. But I'll tell you what, oh no, he hasn't. He's got two hands on that. Fantastic. Great strikes by Panic. Great save by Hennessy.
Corner taken from the Bosnia right. There's a crowd of players on the far post. And
that'll be a foul.
Gunter thought he was pushed then, but
well, pressure's on.
By Susic, but he's conceded a corner.
Great delivery. That's it, Wayne.
Pjanic has gone across to the left side to take it, curled in. Hennessy punches it away. That's what the crowd wanted to see. That's what his defenders wanted to see. Now they have to get out quickly. Chester is the last man up, but Begovic
they're feeling it. There's one or two.
Has it for Bosnia. Yeah, they are. They're very slow coming out now. Header forward by Pjanic, may pick up the loose ball.
Don't foul, don't foul. He'll look for the foul. Well done, Robson Kanu.
Really well played by Robson Kanu to win the ball back. Then he looks forward for Bale. Bale couldn't get it. Sonic under pressure from Johnny Williams. Tries to hold off the diminutive little Welshman. Makes the mistake though. Taylor to Bale. Tries to go through two. Does so. Gareth Bale onto his right foot. Hits it right footed. Begovic saves from the edge of the box.
That's what we've got. We've got a match winner in there. Skipping past players as if they're not there. I thought he could have just thread this through a little bit. I don't know if it was Andy King or Robson Kanu. Crowd are whipping up now.
Close on. 30,000 voices rise. Is there a grandstand finish in this game at the Cardiff City Stadium? Goalless on Radio Well Sport and 5Live Sport Extra. Double substitution on the way. Johnny Williams makes way for George Williams of Fulham. Gets a huge ovation, Johnny Esther, as the fans love to call him. Netherlands now lead Kazakhstan 2-1. So the Fulham teenager George Williams comes on for his third international appearance, and it's Ibisevic who goes off for Bosnia.
Something different, I should imagine.
By Haljovic.
I'm not sure if George Williams will be on the left-hand side too long. Might change with Robson Kanu. It's gone a bit deep there, Ashley Williams. Get up together.
Haljovic of Bremen
Neil
is
Taylor's
on.
too deep now. There's a good 2 or 3 yards behind. Happens when you get tired, you get a bit deeper. Go on.
Joe Ledley snaps in at Bezic. Williams just gets a glance on the header and Gunter heads it back to Hennessy. 7 minutes to go, Kevin Ratcliffe. Is there a winner here?
Well, if there is, I hope it's for us. You know, we're getting closer as the game goes on.
Hennessy clears long, Bale heads on. George Williams will put pressure on Mucha, who hoists the clearance.
This is something they won't know what this lad's got, this George Williams. You know, and sometimes that's what gets you a little bit something different. You know, the unknown.
Well, ball is back in the Wales half with Williams.
From this side, that's right.
Out to Davis on the left.
Back again. Create the space for the midfield player or the wide player in Neil Taylor. And they haven't done it well enough.
They've managed to get Chester free on the right. Moves up to halfway inside to King. Oh, poor ball from King. Gave Bale no chance. Good challenge by Ledley. Won the ball according to the referee. Lulic stays down.
Go on, lad.
And Wales can break now with George Williams. What do they know about this lad? Well, Mucha gets in front of him. He knows enough to do that. And he wins
Taylor
the throw
making
in.
a run behind him. Didn't need to do it. Just need to back him up. You know, let the lad have a run. Let him have a 1v1.
Munster have beaten Scarlet 17-6.
Now what you've got to do is you've got to see if Mujizar wants to go again. Does he want another run in behind? Does he want to track back?
The Welsh fans roaring Wales on to a super finale. We're coming up to the last 5 minutes. It's 0-0. Such a crucial game. A goal now would surely win it for one of these sides. Williams Inside of Chester. Oh, it's a dodgy ball for Ben Davies, and he's caught. Hallerich, the substitute. Davies got back though. Picked up by Pjanic on the near side. The Bosnia right. Level the Wales penalty area. Wriggles away. Cross in from this near side by Susic, and he's overhit, and it's out for a goal kick.
You know why, Rob? You know why that happens? Because they're not used to putting the ball into row Z. They want to play themselves out of trouble and look good. From a young age, from an academy, they're taught to play out, not taught how to defend properly, not with 5 minutes to go. You've got to hoof that as far as you can. And that then is you get called a good defender.
Thoughts of Kevin Ratcliffe, former Wales captain, on BBC Radio Wales and 5Live Sport Extra. Hennessy clears long. Robson Kanu chests it down on the right-hand side of Gunter. Gunter launches it for Bale. Bale chests it down, tries to go around the defender and does. Bale heads towards the byline. Still going, Gareth Bale. Was he pushed over in the box?
Oh,
no.
Not brave enough. Referee's not brave enough.
The official behind the byline was right there. In fact, he was almost in touching distance. Could have helped out.
Well, maybe he tackled.
Well, yeah.
That's what you gotta
and
watch.
here come Bosnia on the break. Thwarted by Chester, who's looked really at home, hasn't he?
He's been excellent, mate. Absolutely. Don't kneel. Where you going?
Neil Taylor goes over halfway. Kevin Ratcliffe has kittens. Now he's back. Tries to squirt the ball forward. And he wins the tackle on the touchline. It doesn't go out. Taylor looks up looking for Bale. Won't quite find him with the through ball.
You've got to win second balls, midfield players.
3 minutes or so to go. Goalless. It's been a good game for a 0-0 draw, though.
It has, Rob. You know, technically and tactically, it's been really good and nice to see.
Robson Kanu in again. George Williams back to Ben Davies. This is all happening.
That's better,
inside
Ben
the Wales
Davies,
half,
you know.
and Ben Davies does what Ratcliffe wants and hammers it forward.
There was nothing on. He couldn't come back out. I don't mind that, Rob.
Davies has to jump again. This will go through to Hennessy.
What was great about that was Ashley Williams never challenged. Let Ben Davies, I'll take the second ball. Come on, get together.
Somebody's pulled Ashley Williams' shirt because it's all over his chest. Right down. Long clearance by Hennessy. Bale heads it down for Robson Kanu. Shoots wide.
Corner. He's looking for the corner.
And it is a corner. Good spot, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Say it what. See, it's so relaxed. Great win in the air. Great by Gareth Bale.
I'm not sure it was a corner, but there we go.
Come off his foot, Rob.
Gareth Bale corner from the Wales right. 2 minutes to go. Bale tells the crowd to shout louder. Can the crowd help breathe it in? Bale corner. Floating across.
Another corner.
Comes off a blue shirt and headed out for a throw-in on the near side, the Wales left.
They've got to get set now. Don't rush. Remember, a point's a good score line. Don't get done on the counter-attack down this side.
Chester remembers that. He goes back with Edin Dzeko as Taylor takes the throw left side, 5 yards from the corner flag. Does he have a long throw on him, Neil Taylor?
Well,
I think he does.
I don't think Ashley
Looks for Williams. Breaks to Andy King. Flights it into the box when he really should have had a dip maybe from the edge of the box, and Degovic all by himself
right
collects.
Type of ball, I think, Rob, but... Go the ball.
Just over a minute of normal time. It's been a gripping game. Bale gets a tackle in. George Williams couldn't control it. Ben Davies slides in. Takes it away from the substitute Haljevic. There's a ball in behind the Wales defence, and Chester does exactly again what Kevin Ratcliffe says. Let it go, and Hennessy plunges on it. 0-0.
He's not really heard me. I'm shouting that loud. I'm not even using the mic.
Hennessy clears.
Oh, great header, little
Williams
lad.
header
What
on.
a great header.
Sunic heads it out. Wales throw. They're really pushing towards the end of this game. We're in the last minute of normal time. They know just how important a goal could be now. George Williams gives it back to Taylor on the touchline. Williams tries to turn. Well, he went to ground. Sonic not penalised for that one, but his clearance ricochets off George Williams. He's definitely a weak link in that defence. Ledley up to Bale. Bale pushed over. No, says the referee. Says they got the ball. Now the counter could be on. Dzeko puts pressure on Chester. Chester turns away from the big Manchester City player. Feeds Gunter down the right side. Gunter up the right touchline to Hal Robson-Kanu. Bosnia keep it in, but it breaks to Hal Robson-Kanu again. Well, the crowd are appealing for everything. There's 4 minutes of added time. No mistakes now, Kevin Ratcliffe.
No mistakes. I mean, it's been a great contest, this, by the way. Absolutely fantastic.
Clearance forward to Dzeko. Will roll for Gunter to clear.
Where are you? You've got to give him something. Get hold of it.
Robson-Kanu chests it down on halfway, and he's going strongly down that right-hand side. Lulic came in from behind. Robson-Kanu went to ground. Again, no foul. Linesman didn't flag. I think he got the ball anyway, didn't he?
He did. He's falling over before he gets challenged. I don't know why. You're being pulled. Neil, you shouldn't be going out of that hole there. You should leave that to George Williams to do.
Bosnia have it inside their own half. A mistake now could be absolutely devastating for one of these teams. Pjanic.
Cut the wide man. Don't let it go wide.
Bezic. Pjanic floats it out on the left side. Lulic is free. Robson-Kanu goes goal side. Lulic cuts in onto his right foot. Crosses into the middle. Chester and Williams somehow smuggle it away. Sonic. Did he run that out? No, he kept it in on the left-hand side.
Half, this fella.
And he can't thread it through the legs of Robson-Kanu, and it's out for a throw-in. It's 0-0. We played a minute and a half of the added 4 on Radio Wales and 5 Live Sport Extra.
I think he's on his last legs, Gareth Bale. Can't do too much.
Goalless and gripping, and Cyprus here on Monday night. Besic floats it forward to the edge of the Wales box. Dzeko with a header. They've made a bit of a meal of it, but Taylor has clambered it away to George Williams. Williams sees Bale running down the left-hand side. Bale now takes on Besic. Has to do it all by himself. Bale is going by himself. He's up to the penalty area. Shoots across, and Begovic pushes it away. I think it may just have been sneaking inside the far post, and it's a corner to Wales.
Rob, you got no right to even have half a chance. No right at all. And he's got Bezic, and he's got the other centre-back, which I think was Zurich. And I'll tell you what, he just unleashes so. I don't think he had the strength to go past him, but he nearly creates something out of absolutely nothing.
He encourages the fans to cheer again, Bale, as he trots all the way over to the right-hand side. 2.5 minutes into the added 4. Goalless at the Cardiff City Stadium. Bale with a corner, drives it in, Begovic punches it away.
I don't think
it's a goal kick.
I'll tell you what, I think Ashley Williams has nearly had another chance here. Or is it Chester? Or Robson-Kanu, sorry.
He's headed it out.
He's got it's a better chance than Ashley Williams. I think it's just the pace of the ball coming in. What a great chance for Robson-Kanu. He's in front of the keeper, but it's the pace of the ball coming in. Just hits him somewhere.
Well, the last minute of injury time. Begovic takes the goal kick, right-footed. King is on the deck, can't get the ball though. Lulic breaks down the Wales right, Gunter goes with him. Gunter goes to ground, wins the free kick. Does the job.
He's been outstanding as well, Chris Gunter. In fact, the 3 lads plus the 2 wide fellas have been excellent. Very, very good display, disciplined.
Susic, the Bosnian coach, is among those off the bench, telling his side to get back now as Hennessy will clear long. Maybe the last kick of a really entertaining encounter. And that is the final whistle.
Gareth, had to settle for a point. Could have been 3, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been 3, but
I think we showed a great character, great spirit. I think we left everything out on the pitch. We didn't leave a blade of grass unturned, and I think it was a great team performance. And lucky, not to get something out of the game. But against a very good team, a point is very good.
Did you think your shot near the end was going in?
Yeah, it was going in, and what a great save from a good keeper. And just a bit disappointed not to get 3 points, but I think such a good team, obviously a favourite for the game and favourite to qualify, and to get a point off them is very good.
Yeah, it's easy to forget they're top seeds in the group. Did you show that you can stay with the best in this group now?
Yeah, definitely. I think we showed the character, the team spirit that we've been showing over the last 6 months now, and we feel like we've turned the corner. I think the fans were absolutely amazing tonight. It was great to have a full house almost, and hopefully we done them proud.
What did it mean to you to see 30,000 when you walked out? Yeah,
it was a special feeling. I think probably on another night, the last 10 minutes is a lot more difficult without a full house, and they definitely were unbelievable tonight. True Welsh fans, and I think they pushed us over the line and kept us going for the last 10-15 minutes.
You're top of the group, 3 points ahead of Bosnia, but Cyprus on Monday. Do you need a win in that game after this?
Yeah, definitely. We want to win every game. We know that. We wanted a win tonight, but I think a draw is still a very good result. It's against obviously the top seeds of the group, and we go into Cyprus now full of confidence, but knowing that we need to focus, we need to concentrate, and we need to get the 3 points.
And it seems that everybody could take points off each other in this group, with Israel beating Cyprus today.
Yeah, definitely. It's not an easy group by any stretch of the imagination, but every game that we go into, we want to win, no matter who it's against. And a great result tonight, a draw, but move on to the next, and hopefully now we can get another big crowd here on Monday and do them proud and get 3 points.
I was going to say, you want that crowd back now, don't you?
Yeah, I think we showed the passion, the spirit, the fighting spirit on the pitch. I think they appreciated we left everything on the pitch tonight. We didn't, as I said, we didn't leave a blade of grass unturned, and hopefully they come back Monday to support us, and we can give them 3 points.
Edrychwch allan am eich gilydd.
Try to stay positive.
A little message or a little phone call can go a long way.
Don't keep your feelings to yourself.
Cefnogi ein gilydd.
Try and stick to your daily routine, even if you're at home.
Try to stay active. Keep yourself occupied with things you enjoy doing at home.
Eat well and stay hydrated.
Keep talking to your teammates.
Because together
we are stronger.
Gorau chwarae.
Cyd chwarae.